Hey everyone, Wolf Lord Rho here. Before I begin today, a big thank you to Brian Rio for the virtual gift voucher. Huge thank you my friend for the support, it is truly appreciated, thank you. But on to today. Today the cult rises, as we discuss the sheer shock the emergence of the Genestealer cult can have on a world of the Imperium. Now, this particular short story is from the 2nd edition Tyrannid Codex, so I think we can forego a nearly 30-year-old spoiler warning. But as always, I can't recommend dusting off and diving into your old school codexes enough. However, with that said, let's just jump straight in. Okay, so this particular short story takes place on the world of Radnor, and it kicks off in the thick of the action, as the Adeptus Arbites are reeling from the sudden emergence of a Genestealer cult. Within the Arbites armory, Marshal Bannon orders the doors to be secured, as explosions rack the building. The cult has appeared as if from nowhere, striking at all vital communication and distribution centres. And now, they've come for the armory, the heavier weaponry they'll need to take the rest of the city. And it's here Judge Klein appears demanding a report. Immediately a more settled aura settles over the room. The senior figure within the Arbites displaying no sense of panic or fear in the slightest. Marshal Bannon gives the situation update. At least from what they know in the chaos, the city is in absolute carnage. And in this discussion, it's revealed they put down a cult the year before. And this is the perfect example of how you really need to ensure you've eliminated every single trace, or you can rest assured the cult will begin again. Outside the sealed doors of the armory, there are some Arbites who never made it to the safety within. However, they stay resolute to their duty. An arbitrator by the name of Vaughn stands firm, unleashing rounds from his shotgun into the rushing cultists. All manner of disgusting alien-human hybrids swarm through the waves of the mob. Some of the vile creatures looked like pure-strain Genestealers, 6-limbed monstrosities, armed only with the slicing claws and talons granted them by their foul evolution. Others looked almost like men, tending only towards heavy bone structure and baldness. Still more were somewhere between the two, with 3 arms, huge claws and bestial features. Even the blue coloration of the Genestealers' hides nauseated the arbitrator, compared to the pure tones of human flesh. The aliens were repellent, unholy mutants that threatened the Emperor's government and had to be purged. But what disgusted Vaughn and his fellow Arbites the most were the Brood Brothers, apparently normal humans who had been implanted by the Genestealers, acting as hosts for their hybrid offspring. The hatred he reserved for such dissenters was only paralleled by his sense of duty and unswerving loyalty to the God Emperor. Despite this valiant defense by the Arbites, the cult continues to push towards the armory, and Vaughn just can't understand why. Yes, there may be an arsenal within, but even if he and the others are overwhelmed, there's no way they can get inside the sealed doors. However, the Genestealer cult may just have a plan. Safe beyond the front line of fighting, the Genestealer Magus, its eyes glowing with eldritch light, probed the minds of the soldiers inside the armory. Tendrils of psychic power slithered through the ether until they found what the Psyker was searching for. And surprisingly, it's Judge Klein, the sound emotional rock of the Arbites within. Somehow, at some point, the Genestealer cult had got to him. Shaking off the daze that overcame his mind, Klein orders the armory's doors to be opened. And perhaps for the first time in his life, Marshal Bannon doesn't immediately obey the judge, instead questioning the incredulous order. The fallen judge doesn't ask twice, and he leaps at Bannon, wrestling him to the ground before killing him with a shot to the head. And then he activates the door's access codes, and the cult outside swarms within, and thus sealing the fate of the world of Radnor. Far off in the freezing void, beyond the edge of Radnor's star system, the vast bioships drifted onwards in silence. Their destination was pinpointed by the psychic signal unwittingly sent by the Patriarch's brood. It would not be long before the Hive fleet reached this newly taken planet and its fresh feeding ground. And here we see a perfect example of the carnage that can befall a world before the swarm has even arrived. The mere approach of the Hive fleet, stirring the cult into action, weakening the world for the Tyranids to come. If Radnor thought the cultist uprising was bad, things were about to get a lot worse. Again, much like I said yesterday, it's the web of intrigue that the Genestealer cult can weave that I find truly fascinating. How the web can spread within a city or world long before the Tyranid fleet can even arrive. And just how it is the actions of the cult that actually draws the Tyranids to the world. It just adds a certain character and spice, like I said yesterday. So many of these defense forces don't even know of the larger danger to come. Just as we saw here, they thought they had already put down the cult a year before, only to see it rise a year later. And by then it's too late. This shows the true danger of having a Genestealer cult within your world. You have to make sure beyond any shadow of a doubt that you have truly eradicated every trace, because your very existence depends on it. But as always guys, what do you think? Does detecting a Genestealer cult upon a world signal it's already doomed? Or if you wipe it out fast enough, can the world still be spared? Will perhaps the Hive fleet be diverted in another direction? As always, leave your thoughts in the comments below, I love to read them. Huge thank you to all my subscribers, your support truly means a lot to me, it really does. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. And if you enjoyed this particular vid, then why not drop a like on it too. But with that said, I am off, and I'll see you all again real soon.